Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Santai Talk. So, today we finally get Calvin back with us. Welcome back, Calvin.
Hello.
And
Hey,
we have
Calvin.
Jaislyn, as usual.
Hi.
So, last week, we talked about going to Japan, right? So,
Yeah.
we had our trip, our holiday already. So now,
That's nice.
let's focus on something that is kind of interesting to a few people. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have been seeing on the internet, but there's this question going on: would you take the red pill or the blue pill? Now, for those who doesn't know what does it mean, like why red pill, why blue pill? If you watch the movie The Matrix, so basically, spoiler alert, okay? Basically, everybody is sleeping in a machine, and their mind are all connected to the computer, and the computer actually like simulate the world around them. So that's where the conspiracy theory that we are all living in a simulation come from, right? So it's like everything you see is not real. It's just you're sleeping in a pod and everything is being simulated to you. So what if one day some guy just come and approach you and say, I can set you free. I can show you the reality of the world. I offer nothing but the truth and only the truth. Will you want to face reality and face the hardship of reality and look at the truth, heart dead in the eye, which may not be pleasant? Or do you want to take the blue pill and remain where you are, forget about everything, no issue, no problems, just blissful ignorance, right? So basically that's the idea behind red pill and blue pill. So let's start with our friend Calvin. So Calvin, tell me, would you prefer to have would you prefer to face the truth, the reality, which is the red pill, or would you prefer to remain blissfully ignorant by taking the blue pill?
Man, these two pills are actually very hard to swallow. Can I swallow both?
Damn.
Okay. Anyway, honestly, for me, right, I feel that having the truth is much more powerful, as an individual, because having, when we talk about truth, right?
Yep.
Everyone is seeking truth and all. What is the truth anyway? What does truth means in this context? So, so again, I think truth, right, is something that's kind of related to purpose as well. And if you have found your purpose and your truth, that means that you can pretty much live out your life in that structure, in that purpose. So in that case, it feels very liberating. So in the case of being liberated and knowing the truth, I feel that you have more power in that sense. In contrast to swallowing the blue pill, which is just remaining blissfully ignorant, which is completely nothing wrong. Actually, go ahead.
Okay, let's put yourself for an example, okay? Because I feel like this question needs to be put into context. Then you get like better understanding. So let's say, for example, like a fictional scenario that, let's say you're somebody who have just lost a loved one, maybe someone that's very dear to you, someone that is very close to you, someone has a very huge influence into your life, but you have lost them somehow. They left you, they passed away, or you'll never see them again. So some people will feel will go into denial first, like they don't want to accept that they have lost that person. They'll still
the stages of grief.
They will like still try to remain ignorant towards the reality that the person is no longer around, and then they'll still pretend that these people are around and keeping their stuff around. So so let's say, for example, that kind of situation, right? Like you have something extremely terrible have just happened to you, and you are no longer the person that you used to be, and before it happened. Like, would you prefer to ignore whatever issue that have just occurred and remain blissfully ignorant towards it and don't care, or would you like face it? You know?
Definitely face it, because to ignore something that has really happened, it just means that you're running away, and that
Yeah.
exhibits a lack of strength and lack of maybe character. Maybe not lack of character, maybe lack of bravery lah. So I feel that if you tackle these issues head on, which is dealing with grief, dealing with loss, it's much better than ignoring it, because ignoring it is actually, you're just delaying your pain process. Eventually, when you keep ignoring it, and then one day you come to think that, yeah, actually, this is what really happened, it will just hit you like a wall of bricks. And I think that would do even more damage if you do not deal with it head on first. So, to answer your question, definitely deal with it.
But it's easier said than done though, because like let's say I've seen quite a few, like this is a real life scenario that I've encountered. Like there are certain people have lost lots of money, probably from investments or from gambling, and then they will like sort of still pretend that they are living the luxurious life. They still pretend that they're not in debts, you know. They'll still be going out there.
There are plenty of people like this.
Yeah, like they choose the blissfully ignorant pill. They don't acknowledge the greater problem at hand, and they'll just act like as if nothing's wrong, and they'll just go out and spend like nobody business, but they don't care about the mountain of debts behind them. So yeah, there's a lot of people doing that, and I don't know,
Yeah.
like how do you see those people like going past it?
But I feel that that scenario in which you gave me isn't actually dealing with the problem, because you said they are just blissfully ignorant, correct?
Yeah.
So I do believe that these problems will reach a peak. You know, it will come to a limit, and the limit will break. So meaning that their problems will catch up to them. You know, you can't just ignore that you have a mountain of debt. You can't just ignore that you have a lot of commitments. You can't ignore that you owe a lot of people money, because people will come after you. You know, in that sense. So yeah, you can stay blissfully ignorant all you want, but reality is going to catch up. You know,
which
I really agree with Kelvin. That's I mean, like, I guess in a way in Malaysia,
okay,
like you can still do odd jobs to get away with, to live your day-to-day lives, and actually scam people quite easily, since you know like the police doesn't handle all these kind of scam cases that seriously here. But like it does catch up to you, and once word spreads that like, you know, you're a horrible person, you actually have a lot of debt but you're not paying it back, you know, people will actually find out about it, and you know, that's where all the ugly truth comes out, and you know, people will start chasing you down.
And which also reminds me of one story that I've just recently came across, which is the YBB. Have you guys heard of the story of YBB?
yes, the influencer.
Yeah, the
yeah.
influencer who supposedly have a mountain of debt behind her.
Yeah.
So I think, right, she's like the main definition of people living in blissful ignorance and ignoring the problem in front of them and still pretend like everything is okay. Because I from what I heard, right, she actually had racked up a lot of debts from gambling.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what she did was she how do I put it? She got a few friends, and her friends managed to force the truth out of her. And her friends, I guess, I don't know, maybe when you're pretty, you get all these perks, you get nice friends. and her friends paid off most of the debts for her, which amounts to hundreds of thousands, right? So the friend says, well, you can still start from scratch again. You can work from the bottom, and you can pay us back when you have money again. You don't have to pay us straight away, which is a second chance for her lah, right?
Yeah.
So guess
Well,
what
maybe her friends are just really nice. You know, maybe it has nothing to do with how she looks. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm definitely sure that I don't know, it's a psychology effect, I guess. I believe that when people are nicer looking, when you're better looking, people will treat you better. That's for sure.
Well, I can't disagree to that lah.
Yeah. But anyway, the story goes, after she got a second chance, she worked in a direct sales company. She racked up quite a lot of sales, and I think she earned about 50,000 in commission in the first month itself. So it's going great, right? But then suddenly, problem starts again. Apparently there was reports of her taking customers' money and not giving them the stocks. So it's like she just pockets customer money like that lah, you know.
I had no idea, man.
Yeah, and she was like what? She was pretty famous, and then she had quite a lot of customers. So probably around 200k. Around 200k. Was it 200? I'm not sure. Maybe people who knows can correct me, but 200k worth of inventories, and you just pocket the money like that, and the company received zero amount from there. Yeah. So so it's like, okay, what now, right? What's the problem now? Why do you have to take company's money and use it on your own? And then it came to a point whereby her friends are questioning her as well. Hey, I gave you guys a second chance. Like, why are you doing this again? Then I guess she couldn't take it, and then she wanted to go kill herself by.
Oh, so that's the video.
Yeah, and then we have the video of her at the balcony, like, oh, I want to kill myself, something like that. But in the end, she did not succeed.
Yep.
And after that crazy episode, now you see that YBB selling some random shit online, like pretend as if there's nothing happened.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like.
So I guess in this scenario, the example you're trying to give is that, you know, even though sometimes people, they do not face the truth, and when the problem catches up, they deal with it, and once that's done, they revert back to their old ways lah.
Yeah, I guess you can say something like that, because it's like every time when it catches up to her, maybe it's because of her luck or because there's people helping her, and she managed to dodge the bullet, and then the next thing you know that it goes back to normal. Like, she doesn't even acknowledge the things that have already happened.
But also it comes to a point of even though you have nice friends, regardless of how nice your friends are, right?
Yeah.
If this cycle keeps on repeating and repeating and repeating, people will get sick of it.
Yeah, which that's why there was this one time the friends all group up together and release the video. Like, do you guys see the video, Calvin? Do you see the video?
I've stumbled upon a few videos, sort of like calling her out.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what's the context of it. So I guess these are the videos that you know is directed to her.
Yeah. So
okay.
So it's like some people can still live in blissful ignorance despite overwhelming tsunami of problems crashing overhead, you know. Like, some people can be that ignorant.
I mean, apart from this YBB's case, right? I know of someone, personally. So basically, the family is very loaded, right? So this elder son has a gambling addiction.
Okay.
So he gambles, and then he borrows money from the alongs. Basically, loan sharks, right?
Yeah, the loan sharks.
And then, the father bails him out of all this mess.
Yep.
And then he goes back again, gambles all the money, borrows money from the loan sharks, and the cycle repeated many times, right?
Yep.
To a point where, you know, the family's will, he was totally cut off of it.
Because it's gonna be gone, right? Knowing him.
So basically the property that the whole family were living on, it was all the other siblings' names except his, because
I see.
The father was so afraid that the son would pawn off the house and everyone will be left homeless.
Yeah, that's right.
So I mean, regardless of how many times you want to do it, it will still, people get sick of it. Even the own father got sick of it. You know?
Of course, everyone needs to have their own calling, and sometimes even a good help will not wake them up. You know, everyone has their own calling waking up to do. You know, so I guess when it comes back to this topic about the blue pill and red pill, right? I guess sometimes people they are naturally more skewed towards a certain pill. You know, because they feel comfortable by taking that pill.
Mm.
You know, so even though they have taken the blissful ignorance pill,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the problems catch up, oh, okay, fine, they take some action, but then they'll revert back to the ignorant pill again. I guess it's just human nature.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know? So what does Jacelyn think then? Which pill do you think you would go
Yeah,
for?
Jacelyn.
I'll go for the pill of truth and knowledge and power.
You mean the red pill to face
The red pill,
reality?
yes, to face reality.
Okay.
Because knowing everything, right,
Mhm.
regardless of the bad stuff that you have to actually endure,
Okay.
the truth will actually set you free. Knowing the truth gives you the chance to make, the decisions that you want to make. If you actually, like, for me personally, I find that if you actually hide behind, like a person telling you, like, if you do this, this, this is going to be what your life is, or if you ignore all of this, you'll see that, everything is making you happy. But like, for me personally, why do I want to cower in not knowing the truth? If I know the truth, I'll make a conscious decision of what action I would want to take next. Yeah.
Okay, let's make it interesting, guys. Let's make it interesting. Let's say you guys are in the movie The Matrix, okay? Like, Jason, have you watched The Matrix?
I don't remember all of it. I remember parts of it.
Okay. So let's just say, for example, right now you're living the life that you're living, okay?
Yeah.
Then what if one day someone just come up to you and say, "Hey, Jacelyn, to be honest, the truth is all these are not real. All these are just a computer simulation.
Yeah.
And here's the red pill and here's the blue pill. If you take the red pill, you're gonna wake up in the real world where everything is dark and gloomy and suffering and there's nothing out there but pain and how to say, like a post-apocalyptic world.
It won't be easy, lah.
Yeah, it won't be
All your
easy.
focus will be stripped away. Whatever you think you know will be irrelevant.
Yeah. But that's the real world. That's the real the world that exists out there. And all that you know right now, everything that you have right now is all not real. Yeah.
I'll still take the red pill.
You still take the red pill?
Yeah, I'll take the red pill because at least from where I know I am,
Uh-huh.
I can always figure out a way or build my way to get to where I want to be. Okay, so if I'm in debt right now,
Okay.
like literally in debt, I'm those struggling families, like I'll figure a way to make sure I survive because I'm the type that I'm a survivor.
Yep.
Regardless of the situation and the condition of it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me personally because like I don't like living under the shadow, like in the shadow where I think that things are going to be great forever,
But
like, I know things will not be.
It's going to be good. Like, confirm it's going to be good. Just that it's not real.
Yeah, but why do you want to? For me, why do you want to live in something that's not real?
So
when you can actually make your own reality become where you want it to be.
So you prefer to face the problem and resolve it to make actual reality better.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelvin? Like, what will you do?
This is honestly a very interesting question. I guess to answer that question, right, I think I have to know what situation I'm in while I'm in the Matrix. Okay, to give you guys more context, if I'm a very rich, spoiled brat in the Matrix, that means I've grown up to be a kid that has it all.
Yep.
Doesn't really want to learn anything, he doesn't really have a lot of ambitions. Probably lah, I don't know lah. This is just an example.
Okay.
So once you throw me a truth like that, I might not even take you seriously. I'll be like, what kind of a stupid joke is this, and I'll just continue to live my life because I have all the luxuries in the world. I don't need the truth. You know what I mean? I don't need to know the truth and all.
So let's say, for example, you are convinced that is the truth. We are all living in a simulation. You're rich right now. You're having a good life, but suddenly I come and tell you, and somehow I convince you that we're all living in a simulation, right? So all these are not real. Would you want to take the red pill and get out of the simulation and face whatever there is in the reality?
For me, I think I'll take the red pill,
Uh-huh.
mainly because the reason that I don't like to have the feeling of having no control.
I see.
You know what I mean? I'm someone that has always, hated when things happen and I don't have control. I always hate that. I hate
see.
to feel hopeless and that you can't do anything about it. So even if it means having to abandon my creature comforts in my quote unquote matrix life, right?
Yep.
It means that in the future you will have a risk of losing everything as well because you decided to dodge the truth.
Yep.
And when you dodge the truth, like I say again, problems and reality will set in, and that is when you fall even harder. So I think I will take the red pill because I always stand by having the need to be in control of things.
Okay. Okay. The reason why I asked this question is because it can be sort of applicable in the real world as well, because maybe it's not the in terms of the simulation or the harsh reality outside of the simulation, but more towards like how do I put it? Some people, they are so contented in their comfort zone. They just work a 9-to-5 job, earn about 3,000 to 4,000 a month, take the bus home, take the bus to work, and then stay in a small condo. But if you talk to them, they're the most knowledgeable person that you can meet. They have the knowledge and experience for them to reach even higher positions in society and maybe earn themselves a really good life. But they will tell you, why would I want to do that? I'm so happy with my life right now. I don't want to, why I want to go somewhere else where I can just be me right now, And then when you say no, but you could have achieved so much more. Like you could have like gone to buy a nice car, buy a nice house, marry a beautiful wife, Your life could be so much better than what it is right now if you were to just take the leap of faith and get out of your comfort zone, wake up and start doing things that is more difficult. Then you'd be like, no, but that would be finding problems for myself. So,
I guess in that scenario, it really depends on how ambitious and how driven is the individual are. Because for someone who wants better things in life, definitely you cannot sit around all day long, and just say to yourself that, I don't want to take on bigger challenges. I don't want to face even bigger challenges. I don't want to grow because I feel that humans, we must always improve ourselves.
Yeah.
And when you're in a situation of stress, right, that's when you really grow.
Yep.
I mean, to give you a very cliche example, even diamonds, they become diamonds because of stress.
Pressure.
Yeah, stress and
because of
pressure. Yeah.
So I feel that it's nothing wrong to be wanting to have a normal life, not much to look forward to. I just want to live my day by day. It's nothing wrong. It's just how for the individuals that really wants better things, they cannot adopt the mindset of the one that they just want to live day by day. It just doesn't happen.
I guess this is in a way also reflecting of, so basically people actually say, if you want to be rich, hang around with rich friends.
Yep.
Or if you want to be rich, get the mindset of the rich people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why I bring it up is because when people have the mindset that they want to stay where they are and they don't want to go anywhere else, in a way they're also sort of like taking the blue pill, because they're not facing new challenges. They're content with where they are and they just want to live life peacefully, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's it for them. They're happy with it. And I find it quite shocking actually, because for me, I've always believed that we humans are evolutionary creatures. We are always striving for improvements. We want to find things to make ourselves better. But there are actually people who are just content with the way they are, They take the blue pill, they don't go anywhere, they just live life as it is and they're happy with it, So
Yeah.
So yeah, and
which is nothing wrong,
Mm.
honestly. Yeah, because everyone has their own right
Mm.
to make these decisions, and you know, who are
But-
we to judge?
But
Mm.
also,
they
I
wanna
mean,
do, right?
at the same time, I guess if you're one of those individuals, you also shouldn't put yourself in the shoes of comparing. Like, why can they afford such stuff and I can't? Because at the end of the day,
Completely agree.
it's
Mm.
what you choose to do in your life,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
whether to struggle to climb up or to just enjoy and cruise on throughout.
Mm.
So that means if you want to have a stable life, you know, just day to day, month to month, year to year,
Mm-hmm.
and if you see that your peers are doing better than you, just don't compare lah, because that is what they have chosen for themselves, and you can achieve that as well.
Like
you
they
know?
have chosen to face the problems, the challenges to make themselves better.
To grow, to improve,
Yeah.
go to different places. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
So-
it's true.
Oh, very interesting. I feel that the blue pill, red pill, if you put it into everyday context, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it can really open up your mind a little bit.
Mm.
So, oh,
Well, that is just one example. Like, there's also another example of that I see people taking the blue pill, is in terms of relationships. Okay. Yeah. So
Mm.
what I mean by relationships is that when, let's say a girl, a girl is very easily hurt in a relationship. So let's say this girl has
always easily hurt in a relationship. What does that mean?
you
Basically, the girls are always the ones that are very emotionally, so they get hurt, they feel a lot of pain
yeah.
when things go
Really?
sour.
Usually the
Oh.
girls are the one who are emotionally hurt in their
Guys can be
relationship.
very emotional too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But this problem is I find it more common in girls. Is
Okay.
they have a few failed relationships. They gone through a few guys, like maybe 3 to 4 relationships, and then it didn't work out. And then they will just be like, you know what? All guys are like that. I'm not gonna date anymore. I'm not gonna fall in love anymore.
Kinda, why does this sound so related to me?
No, I'm not talking about you. Like, at least you are still seeking, you're still going out there and meeting new people. Like, I knew people who are just happy with the way they are right now, being single. I don't want to get involved with any other guys out there. I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm happy the way I am. Which I think that in a way you are also taking the blue pill, because you are not facing
I don't agree though.
Okay, why?
I don't really agree 100% because
Uh-huh.
because again, if we were to talk about truth, right,
Mhm.
and challenges and I mean between the red pill and blue pill,
Mhm.
I do believe that we do set these things by definition. So, what I mean is that my blue pill to your blue pill and my red pill to your red pill can be very different. So in this case where you say the girl feel like they're taking a blue pill because they don't want to try dating anymore because they got hurt a lot, but perhaps they have made it so that because of their experiences, their personal experience, the red pill for them, the truth is memang that all guys are like that. But to us, maybe it's not. You know what I mean?
But if you look at it statistically, right, it's impossible you're gonna meet the same guys, same type of guys, over and over again, because we are just too different in terms of personalities. Maybe you had a streak of bad luck and you managed to date like 2 or 3 guys that are the same type, or maybe you went to the wrong place to meet the wrong type of guys. Like, if you meet some guys in pubs or nightclubs, of course you're gonna meet the same type of guys, right? So
Yes.
yeah,
I don't know. Jacelyn can testify on this, maybe.
yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, in a way, you're running away from the problem because you no longer want to face it anymore, and you choose to ignore it. You choose to run away from it, which to me is the blue pill, because you're not you don't want to put in any effort anymore. You don't want to resolve it. Something like that.
Also, sometimes people actually feel like they are at peace when they're single and they feel happy and they want to live their life that way as well.
But do you think people can remain single for their entire life?
We have got nuns, don't we?
We do, but nuns is a convent. Like, you have each other, the sisters.
I feel that that's a very good question, which is can people really stay single forever? I think they can, because you see, why do we have girlfriends? Why do we have boyfriends? It is because they give you comfort, they give you reassurance, security, love, care, future, all that kind of thing. But if let's say this individual is super single but is very individualistic, is super aware of what he or she needs in her whole life, and maybe she has achieved awakening, then really perhaps they don't really need a romantic partner.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say lah. Of course, this is definitely, because humans, again, organically, biologically, we have needs, right?
Yeah, we are social creatures. We need to have somebody.
Yeah, but at the same time, they can always find these social needs through friends. They can join a group and activity. So in that sense, I guess in a way, like, people can still be happy being single.
So I guess in a way it's okay to take the blue pill in this case.
I think there isn't okay or not okay lah. It's just a decision that people take.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I guess in a way, if you can actually, I guess in a good context, we can always ask if your partner is doing something that is bad or illegal, or you would disapprove of it. Would you want to know the truth by taking the red pill, or will you just be ignorant and want to be ignorantly bliss about it and take the blue pill?
Yeah, a very interesting question that you brought up. Like, if your partner is cheating on you, right? Would you prefer to find out, or would you prefer not to find out?
Of course, I want to find out lah. Why wouldn't I want to find out?
Yeah.
You know why I want to find out? Because I respect myself and I love myself. Simple as that. If they're not good for me, then you can fuck off.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just it. There isn't. I don't know lah. Okay. Here comes another point. Okay. Which I feel is really, really important. Okay. I know that in some relationships, some people find it really hard to let go.
Yeah.
They have been together for a long time, and some shit happened. Like, let's say the boyfriend or the girlfriend cheated. Very hard to let go of because we have so many memories and whatnot. But you must understand that, that relationship isn't 100% of you.
Yeah.
You are the 100% of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You will live your life in the next 60, 70 years in your eyes solely by you. So I feel that you need to have enough respect and the kind of self-love for yourself lah, to be able to walk away from that. Yeah, that's just what I have to say.
I see.
I don't know why, but I got a bit triggered.
Jacelyn, what do you think?
I guess it depends on the context. If let's say the person is like, I'm currently dating a person, then yes, I want to know the truth and only the truth. I'll take the red pill.
Yep.
But if the person is already dead, and he was basically let's say my partner that was cheating on me, just like died out of nowhere.
Yep.
And then you go to hospital and find out that whether he was, and you actually realize that something was a bit off.
Yep.
I would choose to take the blue pill.
I see. Well,
because like, for me personally, it's like, the person's already dead. What do you want me to do? I can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I'll just try to remember the happiness of that relationship with the dead person. But at least I can live with myself.
Yep.
Knowing that he treated me well, and yeah.
Well, because it reminds me of a story of one of my mom's friend. So my mom's friend had a husband, and they were really loving for I think the past 30 years. Like they're the most lovable couple my mom knew. But but when her husband passed away, I think some 5 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago,
Okay.
the wife inherited a lot of his belongings, and within his belongings, she found a credit card that she didn't know about.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Okay.
this credit card had been there had been applied for and been used for the past 6 to 7 years.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And who holds this credit card? Is the mistress.
I see.
Yeah. And she only found out when the husband died.
Mm.
That's the shittiest thing
Yeah, like
to actually find out then.
she found out that there was another woman out there that her husband had been taking care of
Mm.
for the past 7 years, and she only found out after he died. So
That's shitty.
yeah, like you wouldn't know how to feel back then. Like would it be better if you don't know about it?
I'll choose not to
thing?
know about it.
Yeah, like now that you know about it, what can you do, right?
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Basically, you're left hopeless in
Mm,
that scenario.
yeah. So, and suddenly it also comes to my mind about the episode in Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you guys haven't watched. Have you guys watched? Jason, you
I'm
watched?
not. I do watch Rick and Morty, but
Okay.
I'm not quite sure which episode you're talking
Which
about.
episode are you referring?
Okay. There's this episode that there's this Onion King or something like that.
Okay.
He's a pedophile.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's a pedophile, and he, I mean, when Morty want to go on an adventure of his own because he's always following Rick and doing his
Yeah.
adventure. So Morty wants an adventure that call his own, and they go into this fantasy land where there's an Onion King or something like that, and the Onion King, supposedly he's very respectable, he's very noble, and he's a hero to all the town folks in the land, right?
Yeah.
So, but Morty doesn't know any of this yet. So when he goes to a pub in the town, and he had an argument with Rick, and Rick left. Okay, Rick left the place, and Morty went to the toilet to, collect himself, and then there's this onion-looking guy, come to him and like, oh, it must be really bad, tell me about it. And then the onion guy keep coming closer and closer and closer, and start touching him. Then
Oh
like,
God.
at first Morty was like, hey, maybe he understands me, but suddenly he start touching him, like it starts getting weird, right? Then Morty panicked and want to run away, but the onion guy grabs him and like, shh, just let it happen, that kind of shit. So Morty had no choice but to defend himself and use the toilet to whack him.
Yeah.
And he
Oh God. Oh jeez.
yeah, the onion guy was left unconscious in the toilet. And then sometime down the episode, Rick and Morty they're walking down the town, and then he saw the king appears, and then it is the onion guy. Shit, is the pedophile, and the onion guy has all the bruise marks all over it. Yeah, and the people doesn't know that he's a pedophile, so they all cheered and applaud the king lah when he appeared. So in the end, I think because of certain I think I don't know how the Onion King died. And
How he died was Rick came into a portal of that world.
Uh-huh.
He just shot him and it exploded and he just left. That's how he died.
oh shit.
Oh.
Yeah, because Rick knows he has been molesting Morty.
Morty.
That's why Grandpa
Oh.
Rick was super pissed off.
Yeah. So then the town folks, right, made a memorial of the Onion King. And then one of them, I don't know whether it was the town folks, but there was a conversation like this. Should we tell everybody who he truly is? It was like, no, I think the town need a hero. Just keep it as it is.
But yeah, that's them taking the blue pill.
Yeah.
For the betterment of society, I guess.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I guess we have a few minutes left. Maybe we can use the last minutes to share about our own personal experience of red pill and blue pill. Like, Jacelyn, maybe you want to start. Maybe you can tell us like what are your experiences or what are your friends' experiences of taking the red or the blue pill.
So basically, there was this one incident where I was dating a guy,
Okay.
right? I was somewhat dating a guy. I'm still not quite sure whether it was a date or not.
Okay.
Right? Anyways, so basically, I had a suspicion that the guy was actually into my friend,
Okay.
but the guy denied it.
Okay.
And then I decided to swallow the blue pill for a bit and listen to the guy because he's saying that no, I don't like her, and I just listened to it. To the point where actually the red pill started catching up, and I was like, yeah, you know what? He's not into me. He's into my friend.
There's no hiding from it anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, like, there comes to a certain part of life where we all have to. We can only take a certain amount of bullshit and lies.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
And once it hits that limit, you'll be like, fuck, I'm done with this.
I see. So Cal, what about you? Any instances of taking the blue or the red pill?
Definitely. Let me share with you all my story, okay? So, when I first graduated from Taylor's Lakeside, I am a mass comm graduate. Okay, so my major is PR law, public relations, okay?
Okay.
PR and marketing. My first job was actually nothing to do with PR and marketing. My first job I actually joined a friend who was at the time in MLM company. I joined in, then I thought, okay, this is entirely not what I expected. This is not what I want to do. So I left like a month after. Okay. So I left the MLM company and I went to join my other friend to go into insurance. Okay. So insurance seems more of a brighter prospect at the time, but because due to my lack of experience and lack of confidence and lack of character development, I didn't do a very good job lah. Couldn't secure a lot of sales actually.
Okay.
So I quit insurance and I thought, I don't need sales. I just need a stable job, like a 9 to 5. Hey, I can fall back on my PR. So I joined a public relations company right after I quit the insurance thing. So upon joining the PR company, I hated it even more because it's so hierarchy. There is a lot of process, and I'm so non-conformist about things. I was still a brat lah, okay? So the working world was just not working out for me. So after that, I jumped my job again. Then, so I went to work at a streetwear shop where I used to work part-time. So I took it on full-time.
Okay.
A very low pay. But that time I was happy because I was doing something I like, the work is not too tough, I just have to arrange inventory, greet customers, take photos of the product and whatnot. So that was my huge blue pill moment, okay, which is like ignoring all the challenges, ignoring all the real world consequences of what if you don't build your character, what if you don't meet more people, talk to more people and get more experiences, okay? So I would say that what really took me out of the blue pill was I feel that I had enough of living this kind of a life where I feel I'm not really progressing anywhere. Okay. I do have a degree, I graduated, so I feel I should do something with it. So right after that full-time gig in a streetwear shop, I went to join a digital marketing consultancy, which I have stayed for the next 2.5 years. And in that 2.5 years, I get to work with a lot of nice and bad clients, because we're an agency, we have to serve all these clients, anything from tech, from FMCG to pharmacies and whatnot. So, from there, I see a lot of people tap into a lot of industries, made few friends along the way, professional friends along the way. And year by year, I do see that there's a huge improvement in terms of character, in terms of knowledge. And yeah, so I feel that when I took that bold step to really go and face my challenges, even though I know it's really hard, because I knew nothing about digital marketing back then, and I just went straight in, because I feel that I needed to do it. So
I see.
I do not regret doing it at all, because one day you just have to going to grow up. You're just gonna have to take up responsibilities, pay your bills, because your bills aren't gonna pay themselves.
So,
Yeah.
so you're saying that at one point you were really contented with where you are. You were very chill, yeah, and you don't feel like going anywhere, doing anything else anymore. But
Yeah.
you also realize that there's a whole other future waiting ahead of you, and if you don't go and go get it, it's gonna just pass you by.
It's just gonna pass you by, and then you're just gonna regret it. And I like a lot of nice things. I want to go to a lot of nice places. So, like I say, if you want to have those things, you can't adopt the mindset of I just want the day to pass. I just want the month to pass. Because especially now in our digital industry, everything is moving so fast, and if you don't catch up, you will really be left out.
Yep.
And in that sense, me being left out means I have no control.
Yep.
Which I've mentioned just now. I don't like to be not in control. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is my blue pill, red pill experience.
I see. Well, I have also quite a similar experience to you. But in a way, that is less. I mean, it's more general. So basically, what happened was there was this friend of mine that he was not very happy with the way his life goes right now. He doesn't like his friends. He doesn't like his job. He doesn't like the family that he's in. Not having a good family and being financially not well, and his friends are not treating him well.
Okay.
I know what's the worst thing he said. He took the blue pill and he said, "It's like that one, lor. Everything is like that, lor." Yeah. It's like that, lor. What can I do? Things are the way it is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
I
the word.
I really don't like that kind of energy.
That-
It's so, because you know what,
Uh-huh.
it can get infectious,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be influenced by this
Yeah.
kind of energy.
And
Yeah.
you took the blue pill. You chose to stay where you are, and you did not do anything about it. Yeah. So
Yeah.
For me personally, I also had a similar moment like pretty long time ago, because at one point I had a really terrible relationship with my friends. I have a really terrible relationship with my girlfriend. I looked at all my other friends. I'm like, why do they have so much privilege? Like, they can just go and get a good job, get good pay, whereas I have to start from the bottom and things like that, I could have just accepted things the way it is. Like, I could have just said, oh, it's like that, lor. This is my life, to work 2-3K a day, a month, and be content with it. And I was even told to be grateful to be given the opportunity to work 2.8K per month for the rest of my life. Be grateful for the opportunity. And also a lot of I'm not sure if you guys believe in superstitious, but some masters will tell you, oh, your life is meant to do this. It's predestined already for you.
Predestined,
Yeah, for you. So you have to do it.
I can't stand that.
Yeah, and then
Okay, you know what? Okay, since you're on that topic, do you know what the person told me and my parents when I was like 13 years old? What would be my predicament?
what is it?
I would end up pregnant and at a very young age. So basically, I would have gotten shotgun.
But look at you now.
And like, that is far from the truth.
Yeah, it's nothing further than the truth. And I have been told many things. I've told that I'm gonna get married like at 24, 25. I'm gonna have a have child by 26. I'm gonna have like, so far it haven't even happened. Nothing that, so far all the thing that the master told me, nothing of it had happened. And the worst thing that you can do is you listen to this master and say, oh, your life is meant to do this.
And you actually just follow and like follow what they think and not work for it.
Yeah. To be honest,
kill yourself actually.
Yeah, to be honest, don't take the blue pill and accept the things the way they are. Take the red pill and work towards the future that you want. So so it's really easy. If you have terrible friends, change your friends. Meet someone else and hang out with someone else. Don't hang out with your toxic friends. If your family is a shit, well, nothing you can do about it. Well, the only thing I guess anyone can do with family is minimize conversations and try to only talk to your family during good times, during advantageous situations where you can have great conversation with your family. Well, of course, if you have money problems, work for your money. Just you can break down your problems and resolve them one by one. By facing, most importantly, you have to accept reality first. Yeah, something like that.
Accept reality. Yeah.
Accept reality and slowly figure out how you can actually solve your reality.
Yeah, like if you want to make $1 million bucks by, I don't know, by when, $1 million is kind of huge. It's kind of huge figure, and a lot of us will be like, well, I don't know whether if I can even hit $1 million in my lifetime. But if you just accept
that you will, don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just giving an example. If you just accept that you will never make $1 million in your life, you will never make $1 million in your life. And how I like to look at it is break a big problem down to a small problem. Like instead of aiming for
a goal plan.
Yeah, instead of trying to aim for $1 million, try to aim for 50,000 first. That sounds more doable, right? Like having 50,000.
Compartmentalize your goals now.
Yeah. Then after when you reach 50,000, try to go for 100,000. 50,000 to 100,000 is just like what? 100% increase. It's not much.
You've already done that already.
Yeah, you already.
Your 50%.
You just need to do it again. Then after that, 100k to 200k, 200k to 400k, 400k to 800k. I think within 7-8 years you would have $1 million.
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I guess
aside from just money goals, right? So I would also like to stress that even being happy is also a goal as well, because in today's society there's so many shit going on.
Yeah.
Honestly, in today's times, right, it's not hard to feel upset. You know what I mean? It's so easy to be influenced by things that are bad. Things that you see online, because you get to compare yourself with other people. So if happiness is a goal as well, right, it's something definitely worthwhile to work at. And for me, if you really want to have your own state of mind and really be happy, you have to take the red pill.
Hey, which gives me an idea. Maybe we should do what is happiness in our next episode.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah,
I agree.
What is happiness? I think that would make a really fun topic, right?
Yeah. Happiness is a big penis.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding.
I'm a gay man. full of happiness.
Just like, what the fuck?
Full of happiness.
Yeah, okay, big penis.
So when you hear someone say, "Oh, you're full of happiness," means you're big bag of penis.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, guys, I guess that's all the time we have for today. So I hope you enjoyed the topic that we have and get some benefits out of it. If you have anything to say, feel free to leave the comment down below. And if you guys have anything to add, if there's nothing else,
Nope. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.